Good morning. I want to get started with you guys. This is for fourth grade. This is your lesson 128 actually. Lesson 127 has to do with graphing, and if you guys need help with lesson 127, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to go over that with you. But lesson 128 is the introduction to decimals. And to help you guys understand, decimals really are fractions. And I don't know if you guys can hear all that rain outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. But this morning, and I have it a little bit dim in here, but it seems to do better with my camera. So let's see if that will continue to work. All right, guys, so introduction to decimals. A decimal is another way to write a fraction. And I'm reading on page 231, if you're following along with me. And this is fact number 1, that yellow fact box at the top. A decimal is another way to write a fraction. In $4.32, 32 cents is a part of a dollar. It is 32 hundredths of a dollar. It takes 100 pennies to make up a dollar. Okay, so there's 32, you have 32 cents, 32 of those pennies, if you want to say it that way. So you don't have a whole dollar. It's just a portion of a dollar. A mixed decimal contains a whole number and a decimal. The number 4.3 is a mixed decimal. That's actually 4.3 would be 4 3/10. And we'll get into place value. That's why I have this written up here. It's to help you guys with place value. The decimal point is read as and or point. Something that I want to talk to you guys about. When I read large numbers, let's say 4,392, 246, notice that I don't say and. The reason is because the decimal point is and. Okay, give you an example. 4.3 or 4 and 3/10 is indicating that decimal point. All right, so that's why I'm very careful about the way that I say large numbers. I don't say 432. No, I would say 432. All right, and I know that's something that we come up saying a lot. It's something that that our book, especially for us teachers, teaches us to be very careful not to say, so we don't confuse you guys. I don't want you guys to get confused. So the number 5, in a decimal, the farther right a number, the smaller its value. So what it's talking about here, this is your decimal point, of course. And the farther that you move to the right, this is your right-hand side here. So the farther you move to the right, the smaller the numbers actually become. Okay, and let me give you an example here. Let's take just the number 4. First of all, let's go over the place value so that you guys understand what we're talking about here. These are whole numbers. On this side, whole numbers. This side is actually fractions. So the right side, behind the decimal, I would say, these are actually fractions. Now, place value. This is something that you guys need to know. Before the decimal point, let me cover this up. These you guys already know. This is not new information for you. So on this side, you guys already know. You have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, then you go to 10,000s, 100,000s, and so on from there. But this is basic place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. Now, behind the decimal, okay, behind the decimal here, starting with this 4, you have tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Okay, if I were just going to write the number here, this will be 4 tenths, 4 tenths. Okay, let me uncover this. Now, we cover this 8 up. Now I have 47 hundredths. And if I want to go all the way up to that third place value, 478 thousandths. Okay, 478 thousandths. 478 of 1,000. Okay, or here, 47 hundredths would be 47 out of 100. Okay, or 4 tenths, 4 out of 10. All right, the pieces get smaller. This is something I want to help you guys understand, because here you've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The tenths place, tenths are larger than hundredths because the pieces are larger. The hundredths is larger than thousandths because the pieces, again, are larger. They're larger pieces. I'm not going to draw a pie that has 10 pieces or 100 pieces or 1,000 pieces. I'm not going to do that. But when we talked about fractions before, we talked about the fact that it's just a fraction is just a part of a whole. A decimal is the exact same thing. It's just a different way to write it, and you need to know your place values. Now, I will go over the class practice with you guys very briefly. Number 1 says fill in the blanks, and then there is additional practice for this, guys, on page 333 if you want some additional practice or need some additional practice. Letter A, number 1A, a decimal point separates the whole number from the decimal number. Okay, this part, this decimal point. These are whole numbers. These are your fractions. The decimals are fractions, okay? The first place to the right of the decimal point is the tenths. There we go, tenths. The second place to the right of the decimal point is the hundredths. There you go, hundredths. Then the third place to the right of the decimal point is the thousandths. Thousandths here. Now number 2 says, read these decimals and circle the digit in the tenths place. So now here we have 0.3. Letter B, you would circle the 0.3 there as well. Okay, the 8 is in the hundredths place. C, you would circle the 0.6. Okay, 0.6. The first place value is the tenths place. First place value, like here it's 0.4. This, okay, is the tenths place. So only circle the decimal point and that first number. Letter D, you should circle 0.5. E, the 0.6. F, the 0.4. G, the 0.7. And H, the 0.6. Now, number 3. It says match by drawing lines. The 0.7, letter A, the 0.7, you need to draw a line down to where it says 7 tenths. 7 tenths. And letter B, 0.4, should draw a line up to 4 tenths. And letter C, 6.2, draw a line down, it's the very last choice, to 6 2/10. Letter D, 3.8, sort of in the middle, so draw a line kind of up to the 3 8/10. And then E, 0.24, draw a line kind of down and over to 24 hundredths. F, 0.38 or 0.38, you would draw a line up to 38 hundredths. And then our very last one, 0.003, draw a line all the way up to 3 thousandths. 3 thousandths for that last one. And I'll try to hurry because I know this rain is going to be loud in a minute and you guys will hear it. Okay, the review section, I don't know that you guys probably have a whole lot of questions about the review section, but if you do, you guys are welcome to give me a call. Let me know where you guys may be struggling. Again, place value, this is just an introduction today, and then we'll start getting into more of the meat of decimals in the coming lessons. As a matter of fact, something that we'll be talking about in the next lesson, which is lesson 129, writing decimals as fractions to help you guys understand the relationship between the two things, okay, and help you see that a little better. All right, guys, I hope this helped, and I will talk to you guys again soon.